Hey everyone, it's Katherine. I'm so glad you're here at my channel. I just wanted to leave a short message here. I just got to see my first winter sunset, and I realized that I was leaving a post on Instagram, and I was like, I'm able to give a voice to the chronically ill, and my doctors have said this. They've said this before. They said that I'm able to speak in ways that others can't, and maybe that's because I'm a writer, or I've written. I'm really good at writing or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm able to describe things well. And I realized that I just should probably, or I'd like to take this moment to just say, you know, you may wonder, like, how is it that she's seen her first sunset? Like, how is this her first winter sunset? Like, I'll put pictures in it here. It's just a glorious sunset, and I'm so grateful for it. That's why, like, what a sunset it is, right? Like, it's such a glorious sunset. And I don't feel like when I was posting it, I was just like, wow, what a glorious sunset. Like, I wasn't thinking it's my first sunset. It wasn't until I was posting it to Instagram that I was like, oh, it's my first sunset. Like, I felt like saying, like, why haven't I posted? I used to post sunsets all the time, and I haven't posted anything since, like, last June or something like that. And it's just because I haven't been well enough to go outside, and it comes in waves. Like, my health comes in waves like that. And I realized that, you know, the life for the chronically ill, it's hard for us to describe it, but I want to give just a small voice to it. Why would it be my first sunset? Well, I'm really, like, allergic to the sun or something. Like, I'm very sensitive to the sun. The best way I can describe it is I saw a short news segment on kids who are allergic to the sun, and they did, like, a little games thing of a little organized event where they had all these kids come together and play games at night, and because they were allergic to the sun, and they went out and played games in the park, and they did all these activities, and they were talking about what life is like for these kids who are allergic to the sun. And I was like, oh my God, that's my life. Like, all my windows are boarded up. Like, we have filters on all the windows. We have all these things. Like the sun has to kind of stay out. Like, I'm not able. And I have tried to tell my doctors that on numerous occasions. And when I finally got, like, the best doctor I have, and I said something because I was like, maybe they'll give me a referral. Like, maybe they'll tell me the doctor I'm supposed to see. Like, I'm trying to get a referral and try and find out, like, what doctor I am supposed to see about that. And the best doctor I have was just like, well, you really need to get out there. Like, it's really good for you. And I just wanted to cry. And I get feedback, like, on my channel of being like, you know, oh, it's okay. Like, it's not terrible, but, like, not all doctors are like that or whatever. And I share stories like that. And I do have, like, that when I share stories about things that are negative that happen with doctors, I think about that before I do it, and I do it with a purpose, because it is important to know. I think about the stories that I share because it's important to know what the chronically ill are going through. I am on, like, my 33rd doctor right now, and I've seen doctors from both coasts, both from one side of the country to the other. I've seen doctors in more than 10 hospitals. And I've seen them from private clinics to public clinics. I've seen them all, like, the whole range. I've seen what's been declared as, like, a just urgent care. I mean, I've seen every single, so I really, like, so I would never speak on, like, health topics unless I'm doing this for a reason, because something has to be said. And the bottom line is that people don't want to hear something, people don't want to hear negative, but we've got to say it. Like there's no one out there saying it, and there's a reason no one out there is saying it. If you go into a hospital, look at the pictures of all the patients. They used to, when we were younger, we go into the hospitals and they would show patients in wheelchairs, like all the pictures of patients would be like patient in a wheelchair with a blanket over her knees and like a little old lady, and she'd be helped by a doctor, right? Now, all the pictures of the patients are like these young, healthy, they don't look like patients, do they? And it tricks the doctors into thinking that patients are all healthy. And you know who's printing up all those materials? Like, it isn't the hospitals. You know who's printing up the materials to post around the hospitals. You know who's paying for that. It's not the hospitals. And it tricks the doctors into thinking that all patients are healthy. So when they come in and they say that they're not healthy, like, it's always surprising to a doctor to hear that you live in a way that's, like, when you finally see a patient that's not, you know, when you finally see a patient that actually looks ill, it's almost shocking. And that's why I always tell people, like, one of the best things you can do, like, I don't know, there's just a bunch of tips. I'd like to write something on that for people, like the top 5 things I've learned to help yourself. When you go to a doctor, the top 5 things I've learned, the top 5 things mistakes sick people make when they go into a doctor. I'd like to do that. But anyway, for the chronically ill out there, I'd like to speak for them when I say, like, don't assume that the chronically ill are living life, like, don't assume that they are seeing every sunset. If you see me do a video and I'm like, I get to see Christmas morning, that means I'm not seeing Christmas evening. I get 4 hours a day. Like, if I get to go up and get out of bed, it's 4 hours a day. That's on a good day, you guys. Like, and I'm really grateful for that. And I really want to push it bigger. And my doctor just gave me this great news about this great physical therapy program for chronically ill people to help them build up. Like, the hospital has a program for chronically ill people to help them build up their strength to get the, and say, we may not be able to treat your chronic pain, but it can at least get you stronger. And I was so excited because I was like, good, like, I was willing to sweat and do whatever it took to get out of this minimal movement and to work my way out. I was like, I am ready. And the brochure had all these things about, like, and the doctor even told me, like, they have swimming pools and they have saunas and they have this and they have stretching clinics and they have this. So I called up, and you know what it was? It's a 2-week clinic. 2 weeks. A 2-week clinic for physical therapy for a chronically ill patient. Chronic illness. Gets better. I don't know anyone who can train, even athletes who can train for anything and get to their goal in 2 weeks. Never mind a chronically ill patient working their way out of something in 2 weeks. But it gets even better. Then they said, not only that, but they said, I don't think you could do it because you actually sound like you're pretty weak. And I'm like, well, yeah, I want to work motion into my, like, I have this thing. And they said, well, it's a 2-week program and it's from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. And I was like, then how can chronically ill people do it? Like, how are people in chronic pain able to do? Like, that's the whole point. Like, it's actually named to get people able to go back to work. Like, it's supposed to get them able to go back to work. That means it's supposed to be able to get, well, the whole point is we can't go back to work. We want to be able to get strong enough to go to a job that gets us to 8 to 4. And get what the test is to get into the program. You have to be able to lift dumbbells. Dumbbells. From the floor. I would have to be able to stand up on my own, bend down to the floor, pick up 2 dumbbells and then reach up on my own and lift them above my head full reach. I'm going to try not to cry. And I just was like, that sounds like someone who successfully completed the program. And I was like, is this just like a money grab for a grant or something? Like, and this is my point, is that you guys need to understand that this is what the chronically ill, like, you guys think I'm making this stuff up, and I'm not. And my doctor painted it like some glorious, that doctor actually said to me, if I don't give my insurance, didn't pass me the, like, if I didn't get this thing, like this CRFA, that I could do this program. And I was like, why would you hold this program out to me when I couldn't walk and hold this program out to me? I just don't even understand. Like, I don't understand. And this is what doctors are doing to patients. And I'm like, it's like they're trying to get us. I don't understand what's going on in hospitals today, you guys. And these are the doctors that are like the best. And these are like, these are the best, you guys. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to, I know you're going to be like, you need to get new doctors. And trust me, you guys are going to say that. I know you're going to be like, she needs to get new doctors. And I'm telling you, these are the ones I have been through it. And these are the ones that are getting me solutions. I've been going for 7 years. I told you I'm the 33rd doctors, and I am finally getting solutions. So imagine how many doctors I've been through and I have not gotten solutions. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is the best. And I'm not upset. I am upset. I am upset because I know it's happening to other people. And I don't know how anyone's getting help by that program. I mostly want to it, but I'm going to be okay. This is not a pity plea at all. I'm going to be okay because this is year 7 of this. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. I've got a glorious sunset. Remember that sunset? Let me show it again. Let me show it again. I've got that sunset today. I got to see that sunset today. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's a big thing. Like, it's been months since I got to see a sunset. And I can look at those pictures. I'm okay. But I want to give a voice to the chronically ill who don't have a voice. To the friends and family members, because it is our human nature when they can't speak or they're depressed and we tend to gang up on them, or we tend to ignore them, or we tend to forget them. And I've been hearing horror stories of people forgotten in homes. Horror stories lately, because you don't hear from them. Call them. If there is someone, if there's an Aunt George or an Aunt Regina or whoever, call them, please, and make sure that they're there and okay. Please go visit them, schedule a visit. Just make sure you see them in person, in the flesh. Make sure they're there. Do that for me. Just do that for me. Just do a check-in. And I just want to give a little voice to them and a little shout out to the chronically ill out there. You're not alone. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am making it. And I think of you every day. Every time this crap happens to me, I immediately think of you. And I am online, and the things that I tweet them to try and make your lives better. I'm fighting for you. I want you to know that. Peace out, guys. Running out of time again. Got to clean out my phone. Love you guys. Again, bye. Subscribe. See you video.